of blocks. If you have pretty naturally open hamstrings, you may not need them. And then with that being said, we are gonna start in a nice easy child's pose. So let your big toes come to touch, knees together or wide, just choosing what feels nicer in your body. And if you tend to always take knees wide, I'll encourage you to try something new with knees together and then vice versa. Let your hips get nice and heavy. Let the elbows just drip down here for these first couple of breaths. Nice slow inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Inviting the bones to get nice and heavy. Just tapping in, connecting to your physical body on your mat in this time and space. Letting go of anything that is outside of the four corners of your mat. And I invite you to form an intention or a dedication to yourself. As we just come to this realization that as we fill our own cup up and we put our mask on first, that we're able to better assist and help others. And start to bring your hands into prayer. Lift your arms, your forearms, elbows stay on the ground, and then drop your thumbs at the nape of your neck. Getting a nice stretch underneath the triceps, letting your heart sway a little lower. Breathe in this dedication to you. And then open mouth, share it out. Re-extend your arms nice and long, crawl your fingers forward, and then slowly roll up to tabletop. Find your hands nice and wide, and then on an inhale, draw your belly down, look up, cow pose. And as you exhale, round and curl cat. Draw your belly down, cow, breathe in. Exhale, round and curl. Nice. Taking one more round here. Opening your belly in cow pose. And opening your back in cat pose. And then gently come back through neutral. And we're going to start to tuck the left toes back behind us. Really press into the ball mound of the left foot. Maybe even a little rock forward and back. So you start to feel a nice stretch in the back of the left calf muscle. Yeah, and then lift the heart a little bit, zip the ribs together, and then we're gonna float the right knee an inch off the ground. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, send your right leg strong, straight and high, three-legged down dog. Flex your toes, squeeze your inner thighs, and then invite that left heel to get really heavy, continuing that sensation in the calf. And then keeping your right leg straight, point your toes, and then stack your right hip on top of your left. So hips are stacked. A lot of times we bend the knee here, but we're keeping it straight for now. Full breath in, stretching both legs. And then slowly drop that right hip, squaring through as you exhale, knee to nose. Look forward, step your right foot forward. Inhale, reach your heart to the front of the house. And then I want you to start to find some sensation in the left hip flexor, right in the front of the left hip here. So again, you're kicking out through the toes, lift your heart, keeping that extension, lower your back knee down. Arms are gonna sweep nice and high, Anjaneyasana. Still feeling the left hip flexor open, gather your low belly and ribs together and then melt the hips down. Take a full breath, inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, lower the hands, taking half splits, keeping a 90-degree bend in the back knee. Flex the right toes, reach your heart forward, and then press your right heel down and forward to find more sensation. Reach your heart to the front of your mat. And then if you want to find any more surrender, do it from bending the elbows, still keeping the integrity of a straight spine. And then just to notice how sensation changes, point the right toes and then lift them back up. Nice work. Start to plant the left palm onto the ground, or maybe a good place for a block or a book. And then slowly reach the right arm up high, getting a nice IT band stretch here. Maybe let the right toe spiral to the right. And then bring them back through center as you reframe the foot. Nice work. Start to bend back into the right knee. Tuck the left toes and then lift the left knee up and away from the ground. Plant the hands, come to a nice strong plank, and then find tabletop. Taking one cat-cow with your breath. Inhale to open, exhale to contract, and then right back through center. Find a nice strong belly here, and now send the right leg back behind you. Tuck the toes. Again, find that little rock forward and back. The fingers are spread nice and wide, and then start to really kick and find stillness. Find a nice big stretch in the right calf muscle, and then we're slowly gonna lift that left knee. Find the strength of your belly, and then left leg up and back, three-legged dog, and then weigh the right heel towards the ground. Squeeze your outer hips to your hip bones. Keep pressing your heart back. Keep the left leg straight as you stack the hip. Point the toes so you're really drawing a nice, strong, energetic line through the entire body here. And then slowly re-square the hips so the left hip bone is facing down to the earth. As you exhale, knee to nose, look forward, step through, and then again pause. Kick out through the right toes. Again, still looking for that nice calf stretch here. And now lower the back knee down. Anjane, arms are gonna reach up. Again, the inner thighs are magnetizing towards the midline so their structure as you melt forward. Soften the shoulders, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, frame your foot. Half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Looking for 90 degrees in the back leg, so maybe scooching the left foot forward. Press the left heel down and forward. You're creating traction. Draw the left hip back a little bit, and then if you still want more, soften the elbows. Breathe into the back of your left leg. And find a little more extension in the low back. Plant your right palm, lift the left arm high. Nice little twist here, rinsing through the belly. Gaze can go up or it can look down. If you want a little different sensation, let the toes externally rotate out to the left. And draw the toes back through center, reframe the foot, low lunge, tuck the right toes, lift your right knee, plant your palm, step it back, plank pose, and down dog. Both hips move to the sky. Nice job, everybody. On your inhale, roll forward, plank pose, nice and slow. Shift forward, lower your knees, and then your chin and your chest. So the tailbone is reaching up. And then tucking into the toes, slither forward, cobra. Elbows are bent, heart lifts. And exhale, release. Tuck your toes. Knees can ground or lift as you move to a supported plank or full plank. And downward facing dog. Draw your hips up and back. Full breath in and a full breath out. On your inhale, bend your knees, look forward, and then little tiptoes to the top of the mat. Again, bringing the awareness to the backs of the legs. Press your hands firmly into the ground and then soft bend the knees to fold. On your inhale, find a halfway lift. Reach your heart forward, tailbone back. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, root to rise, press into all 10 toes, stand tall. And exhale, hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Again, finding your intention, moving in service of you. Reach your arms up, stretch. Exhale, hinge, forward fold, let it go. Halfway lift, make space in the low back. As you exhale, step your left foot all the way back, low lunge. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, reach both arms skyward. As you exhale, half splits. A little different this time. We're gonna add a quad stretch here. So let the hips go all the way back. Keep pressing the right heel down and forward. So you're energetically moving in opposition. Hips move back, heart moves forward, right heel moves forward. And then slowly come right back up. Lift the back knee, step it back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, take a nice easy roll forward, plank pose. Shift forward, lower knees, chin, chest. Press into the toes, slither forward, untuck the toes, Cobra Bhujangasana. Exhale, third eye touches the ground. Tuck the toes in one solid piece, plank pose, lift up. Down dog, up and back. Nice work. Send the left leg all the way to the sky. As you exhale, knee to nose, and then soundlessly step forward, low lunge. Take a full breath in, heart forward. As you exhale, standing splits, float your right leg. Again, this is a really nice place for a block as well, if you want to lift the ground a little bit higher. If you feel safe here, look down at your toes. Make sure that your ankle and knee are in one line, not shooting out to the left. Reach your heart forward, knee to nose, land the foot. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, hug your navel to your spine, and exhale, hands to heart, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, bow towards the earth. Halfway lift on a breath in, and then exhale to fold. Step the right foot all the way back, heart reaches forward, and then lower the back knee. Anjaneya, arms sweep to the high, squeeze the inner thighs together. As you exhale, half splits. Again, we're taking the quad stretch variation, so lower the hips, but then still energetically press the left heel down and forward. So if you don't press that heel forward, you might not feel too much in the hamstring, so looking for engagement. And then slowly crawl it forward, lift your right knee, left foot steps back, downward facing dog. Slow inhale, plank pose like a wave, shift forward, chin, knees, chest lower. Bhujangasana, cobra, elbows stay bent. Exhale, lower, tuck the toes, plank pose, then downward dog up and back. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. And then exhale, knee to nose, look forward, step through. Heart forward, breathe in. Standing splits, breathe out. Press it down into your right foot. Pull your right hip back and then breathe into the back of the both hamstrings, right and left. Again, looking, engaging with the left toes. Can you extend a little bit longer? And then slowly left knee pulls in, left foot steps down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, let it go. Root to rise, ride the breath up. Hands to heart, seal your intention home. Inhale, reach it up. And Uttanasana, forward fold in half. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, left foot steps back, heart forward, back knee down. Anjaneya, inhale, reach up. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana. This time we're gonna hover the arms back, so it's a little bit of a flying half splits here. And then slowly come back, low lunge, lift the back knee, step it back, down dog. Slow roll forward, inhale, shift forward, knees, chin, chest, land. Press it up, Bhujangasana, and release. Tuck your toes, plank pose, down dog, up and back. Send the left leg to the high, inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale prepares you. Exhale, take flight, standing splits. Full breath in, and forward fold breath out. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Urdhva Hastasana, palms touch, gaze up. And mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale to reach it up, stretch. Exhale, take it down, let it go. Halfway lift with your inhale. Exhale to fold, right foot steps back. Lower the right knee, Anjaneyasana, full breath in. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, floating the arm bones. And come back, low lunge, and then step back, down dog. Inhale to plank pose, shift forward. Again, knees, chin, chest, and then press into the balls of the feet to lift up to cobra. And release. Plank pose, nice and strong. And down dog, up and back. Take an inhale and an exhale. Nice work. On your inhale, bend your knees, look forward. As you exhale, step, float, or fly, top of the mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold, bend your knees, sit low, Utkatasana, chair pose. Arms are up and overhead, the shoulders are tight, widen. Sit the hips back, pull your low belly in, and now lift the back ribs away from the hips. Nice work, yogis. And we're now all slowly gonna meet hands to heart. Bring all the weight into your left foot, and you're gonna hover your right foot just an inch off the ground. Just tapping into the strength of the left quadricep. And lower the right foot down and hover the left. Nice job. Come right back, Utkatasana, chair pose. And then exhale, fold, let it go, stretch the legs. Halfway lift, big breath in. Exhale to plant your hands, step back, shift forward, this time chaturanga. Elbows are bent at 90 degrees. Untuck the toes, straighten the arms, and down dog. Up and back you go. Right leg lifts on and big breath in. As you exhale, knee to nose, look forward, step through. Nice work. Lower the back knee, keep the back toes tucked. Anjaneyasana, reach both arms up to the sky. Hook the thumbs, spread the fingers wide, and then lift your ribs away from your hips as you shine your heart up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, W the arms. Inhale, reach up, and then neutralize the spine, lift the back knee, high crescent lunge. Start to get really nice and buoyant, high on the back tippy toes, still looking for that calf stretch, and then start to bend into the right knee. Nice work, everybody. Slowly start to bring your hands behind your back, grab opposite elbows, or if reverse namaskars in your practice, hands can come to prayer behind you. And then we're slowly gonna straighten the right leg. Keep the back toes lifted. Squeeze your inner thighs together fiercely. Draw your low belly in, and then slowly lower halfway down. Breathe the sideways long. Keep the heart reaching forward. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale, and then rebend into the right knee, lift both arms up, and then open up to warrior two. Sit nice and low. Start to find a little bit of weight, a little bit of depth in the pelvis. And then reverse warrior, paint the sky, up and back, inhale. As you exhale, chaturanga, plant the palms, step back and lower. Lift your heart up, and downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Use your belly to step through and lower the back knee. Anjaney, arms up, back toes stay tucked. Hook the thumbs the non-dominant way. Grow your sideways long and then lift the heart to the sky. Exhale, W the arms. Inhale, reach back, neutralize the spine. And then slow and steady, lift the back leg. Pull your left hip back, squeeze your inner thighs together, soften your shoulders. Nice work. We're slowly gonna again take the bind. If you took opposite elbows, take the opposite grip, or again, you can take that reverse namaskar. Straighten the legs, hug. It's a balance pose, y'all. You're also opening the hamstrings and you're building strength. Shift forward halfway. Press down and forward into the left foot. Your neck is long, so gaze on the ground, and then hollow out the low belly. One more breath, and release. High crescent lunge. Arms reach back to the sky. And then open up Virabhadrasana 2. Again, finding depth here. Flip it and reverse it. Inhale. Exhale, take it all the way down. Moving through your vinyasa. Nice and easy here. Let your next breath in. Bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, big toes touch, Utkatasana, chair pose, sit low. And then again, bring your hands to your heart. Bring all the weight into your right foot and hover the left. Nice. And then lower the left, hover the right. Beautiful work. Inhale, exhale, stay. And then we're gonna inhale to stand, palms touch, gaze up. And then exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Inhale, scoop the ground low as you sit low, chair pose. And then once more, we're gonna hover the left foot an inch off the ground. And then like you're moving through honey, slowly find a warrior three. Eventually you'll start to find a little bit of a straighter right leg, but not all the way locked out here. And then as you exhale, reach your arms back behind you. Nice work. Slowly, keeping arms just as they are like a cape, send the left toes all the way back, finding a lightning warrior. Your heart's still reaching forward. Nice job, y'all. All right, on an inhale, high crescent lunge. And then this time, exhale, hands to heart as you straighten the right leg. We're gonna find that same hinge forward, hands to heart, and then eventually release your hands. Again, great place for blocks or books, or maybe let the hands come down. Keep the back heel lifted. So it should be a little bit of a longer pyramid variation. And we're slowly gonna bend back into the knee, come right back up, high crescent lunge, and then exhale, warrior two. Flip it and reverse it, big breath in, and wash it out. Vinyasa, or again, maybe skipping the vinyasa if that's what is serving you, as this is who this practice is intended for. Left leg high, inhale, and exhale, step it through. Take a big breath in, standing splits, breath out, float the right leg. Full breath in, and then hinge and surrender, breath out. One more inhale here, please, and then forward fold. Take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, Utkatasana, chair pose, sit nice and low. This time we're gonna float the right leg. Nice job. And then again, moving super slow and controlled, eventually extending, making a straight line of energy, fingertips to toe tips. Nice job. And then slowly land it all the way back, high crescent lunge. Bring your hands to your heart. Squeeze your inner thighs together to straighten your legs, squeeze your glutes, and then start to hinge forward. You're gonna be really careful you're not locking out that left knee, folks. So you wanna engage the quadricep and hamstring, lower, lower, lower. Eventually hands touch something, the earth or blocks, and then draw that left hip back. Again, still breathing into the back of the left hamstring. Bend your knee, high crescent lunge, rise right back up, and then warrior two, open it up. Peaceful warrior, up and back, and exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Open up your heart, inhale, Urdhva Mukha, and down dog, up and back, Adho Mukha. And then this time the right leg lifts up, full breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, heart forward, standing splits. Float your left leg nice and high. Squeeze your outer hips so you're leveling the sacrum. And then on your next exhale, find a nice easy forward fold. Halfway lift, big breath in. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale, stand all the way up, palms touch, gaze up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, sit low, Utkatasana, chair pose. Start to float the left toes, find your balance. And then again, moving with purpose, slowly, slowly, slowly. Warrior three, really reach, stretch your body long. And then step all the way back, high crescent lunge. Nice work. And then we're slowly gonna move straight to pyramid, hinging nice and easy with control. And look forward, come back, high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Nice, this time we're gonna find a reverse triangle, two straight legs, maybe shorten the stance, and then triangle pose. I want you to stay with me though, folks. Start to surf your torso forward, surf your hip back, and then I want you to think about pressing your hips forward. Yeah, so now your torso has a little bit more structure. From here, drop your right arm, lift your left arm. Maybe your fingers touch a block in front or behind. It's really a preference. If your hands come to the ground, that's cool, but don't sacrifice the length in your sideways just to touch the ground. Full breath in, full breath out. If you want a little extra core today, take your right hand, wrap it in front, grab your left hip, and then sweep your left arm up and overhead, squeeze your inner thighs, and then come back, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, take it all the way down, chaturanga. Open your heart, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, Adho Mukha Svanasana, up and back. Nice job, send your left leg to the high, and then exhale, step it through. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, standing splits, let it go. Inhale, forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, big toes touch. Exhale, fold, chair pose, sit low. This time we're gonna float the right toes. All right, slowly tick-tock, warrior three. I forgot it on this first round, so if you'll just humor me, bring your arms back behind you. And then slowly land the right toes back, just making sure everything's nice and even. We're in that lightning warrior. And now inhale, high crescent lunge. Straighten the legs, back heel stays lifted, pyramid. Breathe into the back of the leg, and then come right back. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, warrior two. This time, reverse triangle. Straighten the leg, reach for eternity behind you. Again, maybe shorten the stance. We're moving slow here, y'all. Surf the torso, pull the hips back, and then press the hips forward before tick-tocking the arms. It's a really strong shape and geometry. Careful that you're not dropping the ear to shoulder. There's lots of structure in the neck. If you want that little bit of core love, left hand to the front right hip, right arm up and overhead, breathe, and warrior two. Reverse up and back, and take it out. Chaturanga Dandasana. So strong, y'all. Right leg high, inhale. Exhale, step it through. Prepare long spine, standing splits with control. Drop the heart down. Breathe and fill up, and forward fold. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart, check in. Inhale, heart lifts up into your thumbs. Exhale, find the breath in the soles of your feet. Again, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, tapping into a sense of rootedness. Nice work. We'll sit low again. Inhale, chair pose. Squeeze your inner thighs, and then float the left toes. Slowly rock it forward, and then slowly step it back all the way, high crescent lunge. Nice, straighten both legs, finding that pyramid variation once more. And this time we're gonna stay and pause. We're gonna shorten the stance. Hop the left foot up, about 6 to 12 inches, dial the heel down. Reach your heart forward. Again, this is a great place for a block here, folks. And then right hand to right hip. Pull your elbow up. Walk the left fingers forward a bit. I want you to think about breathing the side waist long. And then dial your heart over to the right side of the house. Your right hand can stay on your hip, or you can reach the arm up. Revolve triangle. You're internally rotating your body here. Beautiful. Gently land it back down, and we're gonna come back high crescent lunge, so maybe lengthening the stance. Warrior two, open it up. Reverse triangle, and Trikonasana, triangle pose. Finding some length, finding some space. If you want the core work, just one breath. And coming back, warrior two. Big reverse inhale, different this time, coming to half moon. The right fingertips come down, press into the right foot, float the left leg. So we just went from being really internally rotated to being externally rotated. If you prefer one over the other, you're probably just naturally rotated that way. For example, I really prefer to be externally rotated because that's just how my skeleton naturally forms. Full breath in, full breath out. And now from here, standing splits, drop the hips, drop the head and the heart. We're gonna be here for a few breaths. If you wanna put a handstand kick up, now is a beautiful time to do that. Otherwise, if you wanna stay with me, I'm gonna play with a bind here. Right hand behind the right ankle, press down into the foot, and then really kick out. Identify where the left hamstring is, fire it up. Maybe left hand behind the ankle too. Soften the jaw, breathe. And then everyone find hands onto the earth. Bring your left knee to your heart, cross left ankle in front of right, and fold. Sass the hips to the right here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold and release. Utkatasana, chair pose, low belly up and in. Float the right foot. And then a nice slow warrior three, finding your core strength, finding extension in the hamstrings and the legs. Step it all the way back, high crescent lunge. And pyramid pose. Again, back heels lifted for a breath. Keep drawing the left hip back. And now on purpose, shorten the stance and then draw the right heel down. So right toes are pointing about to the top right-hand corner of the mat. Again, can you lengthen the side waist and then bring your left hand to your left hip. Pull your left hip back as you dial your heart to the left side of the house. Maybe stay here. Maybe reach the left wing up. Squeeze your inner thighs. Press your left foot down and forward and your right foot down and back. And release. Again, maybe widening the stance, lengthening the stance, high crescent lunge on an inhale. And open it up, warrior two, exhale. Reverse triangle, two straight legs. And triangle pose, finding that space, that tick-tock. Press into the feet. If you want the core, you know where to go by now. And warrior two. Find your drishti and then reverse. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. I like to start with my hand on my hip. I feel like it gives a little more structure in the skeleton. And then press down into what's connected in the earth, the fingertips and the left foot. Flex the right toes. Spiral your heart to your right. Maybe reach the fingertips to the right, to the sky. And then again, lengthen the neck, lengthen the side waist. Breathe in. And a nice easy standing splits, lowering that right hip with control. And again, we're here for a couple breaths if you want those handstand kick-ups, or otherwise if you're playing with the bind. Again, find more strength in the lifted leg, and then start to bring your left hand behind your left ankle, and then just calibrate. Let the body balance for a moment. Suction cup all four parts of the left foot into the ground, maybe right hand behind the left ankle too. Your low belly's up and in engaging, but your breath is moving freely through your body. And hands to the ground. Bring your right knee to your nose, step your right ankle in front of your left, fold, and then kick your hips to the right. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep your arms high to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Let's take a vinyasa. Take a halfway lift first. And then exhale, plant the palms, step or float back, moving, washing out here. Together we inhale. And exhale. And begin to lower your knees. Taking the opposite child's pose variation than what you started with. So if you took knees together and now knees are wide, or vice versa. Lay the heart all the way on the ground, forehead to ground, or if you want a little throat opener here, chin to ground. Just breathing into your body, allowing the energy to start to seep down. And gently roll it forward. Find your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Let's take a cat-cow. Again, just making some space in the spine here. Back through neutral. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, send your right leg strong, straight and high, bend your knees, stack your hip, open up. If you're craving the back bend, lift high onto the left tippy toes. And I'm going to cue wild things. So draw your shoulders over your wrists. That gives you a little more support. And then flip your right foot back behind you. Lift the heart. Right leg is bent. Left leg is straight. Bend both knees for a little springboard. Lift back up. Right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Step through low lunge. Excuse me. All right, high crescent lunge, rise all the way up. A little bit different this time. We're going to twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Sit nice and low into the right quadricep. Beautiful. Bring your right hand to your right hip. You're going to hinge forward, bring your left fingers down, take flight, float the back leg, and then crawl left hands forward. Dial your heart over to the right, taking revolved half moon. Lift your arm up. Lift up through the left hamstring. Beautiful. And then slowly standing splits. Halfway lift in your standing splits, bring your knee to your nose, soft bend the right knee a little bit to come stand all the way up, one-legged mountain pose. Find your breath, find your drishti, and then slowly twist over to your left. Left arm forward, right arm back. We're taking dancing Shiva, maybe right hand to the outside of the leg, maybe left arm looks back. If you want more in that hamstring, you can kick through, grabbing the pinky toe side edge or the big toe. Lift the crown of your head up. Dancing Shiva is a Hindu deity. He is both the creator, destroyer, and transformer of the universe. Full breath in. Full breath out. Release the foot. Half moon. Open up. We've been here before. Open up the hips, externally rotating. And warrior two. Land it back. Beautiful. Come to star pose. Expand everything up. Little hip opener, goddess, drop it low. Inhale, star pose, expand. Exhale, goddess. One more time, inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Expand your body bright, and then warrior two back to the front of the house. Big reverse, inhale. Exhale, take it all the way down. Step it back, maybe a one-legged plank to one-legged chaturanga. Open the heart, and down dog. All right, y'all, last little bit. Left leg high, bend the knee, stack the hip, pause. If you're flipping, do so mindfully. Lift the heel, rock the shoulders forward, and then flip. So this time the right leg is straight. Squeeze your glutes. And flip it back. Three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge, heart forward. Beautiful. High crescent lunge, lift all the way up. And then twist again to the left. Left arm back, right arm forward. Sit nice and low. Left hand to left hip. And then start to hinge forward, just like that idea of triangle when we were reaching forward. Bring the right fingertips down. Again, you got a springboard here. Use it, lift up, press into your left heel, walk the right fingers forward, and then spiral your heart over to the left. Revolved half moon, internally rotating through the body. Full breath in, full breath out. And release, standing split, stretch the leg. And then halfway lift, knee to nose. And then we're gonna step into the left foot, coming to a one-legged mountain pose. Moving slow as your friend, let the body calibrate first. And then again, we're gonna twist, taking dancing Shiva, open the wings. If you wanna test your balance, look back. If you want more of a hamstring stretch, again, you could grab that right foot. Right, y'all, the idea of dancing Shiva, right, is that he creates and then even destroys his own creation so he can transform the universe to start again. Maybe looking through that lens of what's going on in our life right now. Slowly release. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, left hand down, right arm up. Stretch the right leg. Open the hips. And gently bend that left knee. We're coming to warrior two. Sit low. And star pose. Toes out, heels in. Exhale, goddess. Sit low. Inhale, expand bright. Exhale, sit in the strength. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Star pose, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse, paint the sky. And chaturanga, if you like that one-legged variation, she is yours to play with. And down dog, so nice, y'all. We're gonna bring the thumbs closer together. They don't necessarily have to touch, but narrow the stance. And then a right leg to the high. As you exhale, bring your right knee towards your right tricep, and I'll step your right foot on the outside of your right hand. Squeeze your inner thighs together, reach your heart forward. Again, if you have blocks, this is a really great place for blocks or books. We're gonna keep the back heel lifted, and then slowly straighten the legs, coming to that nice pyramid variation. And then drop back into the left knee, reach the heart forward and up, and lift your hips up and back. This time we're gonna settle into lizard pose. If you wanna drop that knee, you can. Keeping the knee lifted will build more strength. Dropping it will pull into flexibility. If you wanna come onto forearms, it is the right forearm that comes down first. And then just soften and breathe. Try to keep all right toes facing forward, and the right shin is pressing into the right tricep. Easy breath. And gently walk your hands up onto the palms. Then we're going to heel toe the right foot over to the left. Lie the shin down, setting up for a nice easy pigeon. Walk your heart down, coming onto forearms, or maybe third eye comes to the ground, and then soften into the hip. And you release some weight into the pelvic floor. So instead of trying to back out, you're leaning in. And then again, come back to your intention to breathe in service of your best interest, of your highest self. Slowly walk your hands underneath you. And we're gonna let our glute fall, roll into the outside of the right hip, sweep your left leg around, coming to a nice easy seated twist. Bring your left hand behind you, reach your right arm up, inhale. As you exhale, we're just gonna hug the knee and twist. feel like we can take all the hugs we can get right now since they're pretty limited. So maybe you're just hugging your own self. Full breath in. Full breath out. And then come back through center. Take a little counter twist over to the right. And then just a little yogi trick, y'all. We're gonna walk the hands, keep walking them to the back of your mat. You're coming to down dog facing the back of the house. Again, narrow the stance of the arms, please. Bring your left leg up and then exhale left knee to left elbow. Mindfully step your foot to the outside of your hand. Reach your heart forward. And if you don't have your blocks on this side, I'm so sorry, I didn't really think about that. Maybe you can walk back to the other side and get them. So sorry about that. We're gonna take this nice pyramid variation, lengthen the leg, and then draw the hips down, reach the heart up. Lengthen, lift up and back. Exhale to land. Last time, pyramid, the back heel's lifted. This time we're staying in lizard pose. Again, you can keep the knee up or you can ground it. If you're coming to forearms, left forearm first. And then again, breathe. 5 left toes are facing forward versus out. And then engage your left shin towards the midline of your body. Breathe your spine long and your heart forward. Open mouth, exhale. If that helps you soften tension in your jaw or neck. Big fan of fluttering the lips. And gently walk back onto your palms. Heel toe your left foot towards the right wrist. Lay your shin down. Again, it's somewhere towards the center of the mat. Kick out through the back toes. Take a breath in first, and then slowly sleep your pigeon. Maybe palms face up to release the nerve endings in your hands. And then just come back to the breath. Inhale the intention, and then exhale, share the intention. And kindly start to walk your hands back towards your body. Roll onto the outside of your left hip. Swing your right leg around. Right foot stamps on the outside of the left knee. And then root the sit bones. Right arm behind you. Left arm reaches up. Inhale. Exhale. Hug your leg. Pull it in. Maybe you pretend it's your best friend that you've not seen in a week or two. Squeeze tight, but with love. One more breath in. And exhale, release through center. Take the counter twist, release the low back, and then just come back to sit up. Extend your legs out in front of you, flex your toes, maybe a little wiggle side to side. All right, the hamstring should be nice and open, y'all. So let's take a big breath in, and then exhale, halfway stop. And then there's a theme, y'all, just like when we were in triangle pose and I asked you to lengthen, I want you to lengthen this sideways. So a lot of times we just want to collapse versus seeing what's really available. So press the tailbone back, reach the heart forward, soften the shoulders, reach, reach, reach. And once you've reached as far as you can, then release and soften. Every inhale is an opportunity to make space between your hips and your ribs. Every exhale, you can surrender and fold a little bit deeper. We're here for 5 more breaths. Let them be full. And purposeful. Last one here, in and out. And gently take your gaze to your toes first, and then slowly slide up, and then all the way down. And pull your knees into your chest, give yourself a little squeeze, rock a little bit left and right, right to left. Nice. And then depending on your night, back bends give us energy, y'all. So if you have a nice easy night or need to get to bed or want to get to bed early, just take a nice either easy bridge or a supported bridge. A supported bridge, you're gonna slide your block or book underneath your sacrum, the bony part of your pelvis, and just release down. Otherwise, you're gonna move with me, little robot arms, so bend the elbows at 90 degrees, palms face one another, hug your body with your arms, and then just press into your feet, lift up. It's not super extravagant here, just a nice easy lift. Stretching the belly, press into your shoulders, lengthen the back of your neck, the front of your throat. And then if you have a little bit of energy that you're hoping to cultivate, or a little energy in the tank that you also want to expel, release the arms, walk them underneath you, and then press into the feet, really surf the hips up, squeeze your inner thighs together. If you have full wheel and you want it, it is all yours to take. I'm gonna stay here in bridge pose. Take an inhale, take an exhale. One more inhale, lift the hips up. As you exhale, we're all gonna lower one vertebrae down at a time. Wing the arms, bring the feet as wide as your mat, kiss the knees to touch. And then keeping the feet wide, windshield wiper, both knees fall right, lift up, both knees fall left, lift up, both knees fall right, stop, keep the feet wide, and then take a figure 4, right ankle over the left knee, so that right foot acts as a weight. Getting a little extra stretch in the side waist and the hip flexor. Gently release the figure 4, feet are still wide, knees up, and over to the left. Figure 4, left ankle over the right knee, above the right knee. Lean your heart back into your shoulder blades. Sweet breath in, soft breath out. And release, come back through center. Bring both knees up and into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. And then happy baby, just finding balance in the hips. Press the feet up, draw the knees down, low back connected to Mama Earth. Yeah, and then we did quite a bit of hamstring openings. If you want to play with a one-legged variation, you can. Or if a two-legged variation's in your practice and it would feel good, maybe straightening both legs at the same time. Meet me back in the center though to find balance. Big breath in. Exhale, gather the knees into your chest, breath out. One more inhale, lift your chin to your knees. Exhale, Shavasana. Unfurl your body, take up space, get cozy and comfy. Remembering this pose also a dedication to you. Knowing that giving to yourself is not selfish, it is necessary. So give yourself some compassion, some grace, and permission to simply be. Begin to lengthen your inhales